Blessings and light. This is Imara, the musical revolutionary. You're an host on the community buzz on Fit FM in 96.7. Your life, your music. This and every Monday at 3 p.m. From the home to the community to the wider world. Let us be the change we want to see. Join me this and every Monday at 3 p.m. on the community buzz on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music. Fit mind, fit body, fit community, fit world. This is Imara, the musical revolutionary on the community buzz on Fit FM 96.7. Your life, your music.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race.
Struggle goes on. We are the builders of the pyramids. We are the big stone cities of Zimbabwe. We build them White House. We build them factories. With blood, we sweat with tears. With flesh, with bones. Them use to build them economy. Now them want to con you and me with them science and them technology. We make them take with knowledge. Now them are deafly. Them are blindly. We are walk, we are ride, we are drive, we are fly. Nah, look, nah, see. Eyes focus on the screen of an iPhone, Galaxy, tablet, Blackberry. Wake up, look. Uno no sister them are buried with. Ancestors crying out. Them are weak, you see we heading back to slavery. Robotic, digital, technological slavery. The rich take them session, call it recession, left the world in depression. Legal and illegal drugs and alcohol on the rise, in dear interest. To our demise we patronize, now become marginalized. Make fools seem wise because we abide them lies and sell with lies. Prostituting our sons, daughters and wives. Marcus did rise. Yes, some sharp did rise. Yes. Did rise. Good afternoon. This is another community buzz. I'm Imara, the musical revolutionary. Welcome one, welcome all from near and far, yard and abroad. We're there again on the community buzz 56.7, your life, your music. www.fitfmja.com. Right, to want the people them tune in, but we are here, and this afternoon we are going to have a very, very interesting individual, a power woman, her name is Simone Maddox, and we are going to talk about a new kind of justice, and she gave me 5 elements of anchorage. And I need to know the definition of that. I know the first part of life, mean life, but and it is an energy of empowerment
and well-being. That is one. A different attitude toward the external system of court system. A simple, clear, and positive language free of legalese as much as possible based on Simone Maddox's understanding of the law. It is justice from the inside out rather than the outside in. This sense of reasonableness, fairness, respect must flow from you first, even toward the thing you seek the most. It is ownership, not battleship. It is liberation from the blame game, conspiracy theories, declaration of war. So that is the 5 elements of Uncotch, right? So we are going to talk to Simone in a few minutes, maybe in the next 9 minutes or so. But we are here on the community buzz, and we are looking at a lot of things happening in Jamaica, and the world. The World Cup is still on, some people still are cry because them favorite team gone home, and some people, to go on. But it is, for an African team, which is semi-finals, that. But there are some other things that is happening, we see 4 people, just gone like that, because of this kind of mad driving on the road, And it was what the people them take care of themselves, slow down, think, They're always conscious in whatever you are doing, Don't just drive for yourself, drive for others. I believe we can do it because we do it a whole heap of time, Drive for others, for save all myself too. And that's what love is about, when you look on life, we have to look at life deep and things like that. And that's one I think say life is truthful. Life can't be untrue. It's just you with your own mindset and how you think, why you feel like, there's so much lies around you. Is because of your own thoughts and your vibration. So be truthful to yourself, be truthful to life, because life is always truthful. So once you are in harmony with life, then you know that things will be great. Yes, and as we always, open up this program with, the national pledge, the creed of Jamaica. Before God and all mankind, we pledge the love and loyalty of our heart, the wisdom and courage of our mind, the strength and vigor of our body. In the service of my fellow citizens, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. We must keep these things in our consciousness from day to day. Let them sink in, as the mother said. Let it be a part of our daily lives, that we can express this creed, profoundly with each other. Just live it. Just live it. Nothing more. And we are going down into the 26th December coming up, and what is that? It's Kwanzaa for us, for us as African thinkers, of people who really want to see a new kind of justice in our lives, and that's why it is so interesting that we are going to talk to Simone Maddox, to talk about this new kind of justice and to see how we can participate in that, to have dialogue, around this kind of justice, this new kind of justice. So as we talk about Kwanzaa, we always talk about the founder of this radio station, and we now go stop talk about it, If Julie can stomach it, because we're going to keep talking about it. Umoja, the first principle of Kwanzaa and Umoja. Umoja means unity, to strive for and maintain unity in family, community, nation, and race. You know, that's the first. And we are going to keep going because we must build strong community. But the community have to come from within yourself. You have to be in union with yourself. You must learn to commune with yourself. If you can't commune with yourself, then how are you going to commune with others? You know what I mean? And they use the word commune deliberately. You know what I mean? It's like taking communion with yourself. I mean, with yourself. It is for less unity with us because you would understand understanding of how you are, you know, related to the universe that you're a micro of, that universe that is the macro, and you are it. You're not a part of it. You are it, you know. And once you come to that understanding that you are it, then everything around you, you know, and those who you come in contact with, you'll realize that they also are the universe, you know. And when you look on life in that way, whereas that some people want to dominate life, you know, and dominating life, you know, you take away or you infringe upon the rights of others who set out to have their own outlook or inward look on life and express it the way they want to express it, you know. So we have to, and we have to live by these precepts, these principles, you know, the universal law there before even want to dictate to people how to live life while their universal law. We never go about them universal declaration of human rights. Yes, we understand that, but there's something that we all as human and every living entity, you know, on this earth, bound with, and it's to just be, exercise love, harmony with nature. Because if you try to dominate nature, you're going to destroy yourself. That is number one. You're bound to destroy yourself when I ask. You know, it must be chaotic. You know, you find yourself in a kind of chaos that you can't escape from. I was watching something the other day, you know, with a white man from South Africa. And he was talking about the apartheid regime in Africa. And what he was saying, he said that, guess what? The people who are the administrators of apartheid is also victim of the system that they were, you know, using to oppress the other people. And I looked deep into it and I realized what he was saying. Yeah, because if you are going to administer justice unto others, then you know that if not stay so there bound to be some form of response or some form of reaction or something going to, people will not just sit back and take it. You know what I mean? Life not stay so. And everything in life, you know, if you step in an ansness, they start to bite you because you're stepping in a domain and they might show you, say, watch out, you're in a domain, you know, ease off. It's chronic, so that's it. Ease out. See? So we must have that understanding of how we relate to others, how we respect, how we treat others, you know, and we have to look deep into these things and understand what these things mean. We want to play a piece of song before bringing, because, you know, me there chat and I realize at the time just a move off. But I could play if it's right. And then when we come forward, we are going to have a dialectical discourse with Simone Maddock. All right. So while the producer go and start out, you know, we're still there, knowing that this community buzz, Janine, All right, this is the one that she requested. So, the universe will work, right?
The heights just a grow and the bliss just a show and a humble me more and more. The more that I learn through the lift that I know and it humble me more and more. No, scorched piece of the earth in a selfish gave up the rose. So the mysteries, I think the world took life, but thanks the source of the sacred is and who did deny. And when I tuned into the frequency, none of the stains of adversity distract from me. I know. I'm the power I'm connected to. Yes, it's just a humble me more and more. The heights just a grow and the bliss just a show and a humble me more and more. The more that I learn through the little that I know, more and more. The truth set me free and encourages me as it humbles me more and more.
Yes, that's Janine. Humble me. And that's requested by somebody. Deep song. Like she, requested a song like this, and what this song we were. You know what I mean? So she's online. Welcome to the community buzz, Simone Madik. How you doing now?
Thank you, Aymara. Thank you so much. It is such a positive vibe to be here. I've been anticipating this since we last spoke. And I want to say how privileged I am.
Well, I've been anticipating this from I read this new kind of justice. It's something that I really want to dig into, especially when I heard that you was a former judge and coming with a new kind of justice, something that intrigued me. I want to know more about this justice and why this new kind of justice. Now, you sent me something that you call the 5 elements of God.
Well, the acronym KOJ, it's an acronym for a new kind of justice. So that is what
I see.
Yes. And the 5
well,
elements is the tip of the iceberg.
Go ahead.
I'm saying the 5 elements I sent you.
Okay, I see. The tip of the iceberg. So we're going to go to the tip of the iceberg in a few minutes. But look on the word ankh, in ancient ankh meaning, to see that this you see everything as Jana, the truth set you free and encourage me.
Well, that is simply synchronicity, because I didn't think those thoughts, but I see it now making perfect sense.
Okay, so you're seeing it because that's what grabbed me. I wasn't paying attention that it acronym for a new kind of justice. When I was just looking at the word, and I said, wow, this ankh thing, life, you know, the male female
Synchronicity,
energy, diversity of life, you know. Ah,
synchronicity, alignment,
and one
harmony.
great and there cannot be no harmony without the female energy.
Absolutely not.
You know, that is the balance of that is the balance of life. So I am happy that I have you here today, you know, to, you know, give us some clarity on this new kind of justice. And why a new kind of justice, you know? Why somebody who was a farmer judge, you know, see necessary of justice. That's the first point to clear up for me, please.
All right. Well, I could come out here and tell you that, oh, I got tired after how many years of being in the system, almost 17 years, and I just wanted to do something else. I just wanted to do something new, and it was a personal decision. And that would be partially true. I could also say that I have had other facets of my personality which in my view needed to be developed, and I wanted to leverage all of my gifts in a different way. And the office that I held as a judge was perhaps necessarily restrictive, and so it was an exclusive office where you had to just be a judge, full stop. And that would also be partially true. I could come out here, I could tell you that I wanted to be a support to my son who has entrepreneurial dreams, and I need to be the one who understands him the most to keep him to the game. And that would also be true. But the real reason, the fullest reason why I made the decision to demit office and to propel myself and enter this new space of greater creativity and expansion and, you know, maybe adventure and service is because, based on what I have seen, we're not getting the results really that we desire. And it's time to do a new thing, or maybe an old thing that seems new. And I've had some ideas for some time now as to how we could accomplish that. And that is what gave birth to a new kind of justice.
One thing that seems new, can you elaborate on things that are new?
You shared something with me in our chat, which I was not tuned into, and I researched it after we spoke. And it's the principle of Ma'at.
Okay.
Some persons might pronounce it Ma'at. And when
Yeah.
I dug a little bit, I read of about 42 principles, which interestingly seem to me like a mirror of many of the ideas that I have been exploring for a new kind of justice. And I was bowled over. My mind was blown by the synchronicity of it all. I don't believe in coincidences, and I just thought, wow, but this is ancient teaching. These are principles that we already have, that are in our treasure chest, that maybe we never stop for the longest while to think that we have the answers in ourselves already. So that is why I say all things appearing new. We have some of our answers. We have
Okay,
it.
very clear.
Yes. And we have
I
wisdom
get you clear on that. And energy,
and traditions and energy, we need to just get back to ourselves in order to move forward.
Yes, getting forward to ourselves in order to move forward. Yes, as I have terms in Africa. As I have a term in Africa, an African term that we call Sankofa, looking
Yes.
backward to know where we are now
Ah,
to move forward. So it's
yes.
Sankofa in at all times, you know?
Ah,
And that
yes.
is one of the, we have to look and realize that all that we are looking for outside is within us. Because, as I said earlier on, we are the universe, not a part of it. We are just the micro of that macro. And
Absolutely.
within life of itself is just. Nobody can tell you that life is unjust. It's the administration of men and people. I use the word men and people deliberately that cause what we look on an unjust system and say, boy, they don't right and this right. You know, so right and wrong, even right and wrong, just right and wrong. Right and wrong, it seems, of class, creed, and status. Reciting a line from a poem. But you're also a poet, and I'm going to make you say one or two of your poem. But one of the elements of Pankaj, an
Yes.
energy of empowerment and well-being. What's that?
It is the first step to move from that state of powerlessness and frustration. So, some of us, many of us, have been wounded by the justice system. We feel that way. We feel as if we have experienced court hurt, police hurt, judge hurt, lawyer hurt, family hurt, business hurt, all kinds of hurt. And for some persons, there is no point in even challenging the system. There's no point in seeking change. It's just, oh, it's the same old every day, and a feeling of frustration. Now, that is energy, that is a frequency, that is more than just a mood. And if one is to experience more, experience better, make change, be a part of change, then certainly we have to change with energy, we have to change with mood. We have mood power. That is one of the last enduring freedoms of human beings, even those who are extremely disenfranchised and oppressed. You have the power still to think anything you want about anything at any time. And even persons who have been in concentration camps and endure travesties such as slavery and day to day oppression still can find it in themselves to change their mind. So that is a challenge or a charge. The first principle is a charge to all of us to say, okay, let us start with ourselves. Let us start with feeling that sense of power as spiritual beings having a human experience.
As you talk starting with step, right? I always have some contention, some, may use the word some, with this thing they call reparation, right? And what I am looking at when I'm talking about, I have with reparation, is that you just talk about finding it itself first. To me, it needs self-healing. Or you're going to heal yourself first, or you're going to repair yourself, or you're going to empower yourself from the powerlessness and the frustration that you just talk about, right? So, can somebody really seek reparation from a set of people or system that never really see them as you mere properties, right? That is something I want to ask you about pertaining to what you said with that first element of to you bring a reparation for the atrocities that we have been through. You know, speaking as someone who was, I using the word deliberately, an age of that apparatus. How are you viewing that now? How you see it now pertaining to repair?
You know, that is an interesting question because self-image is everything. How you see yourself first has far more weight in gold than how others see you. So I know I may be perceived in some quarters as being lately of part of an apparatus of oppression, and I put it in quotation marks. But that is a matter of perception. That is also a matter of perception. Others may see it as, wow, one of us was sitting there. One of us was making a difference. One of us was representing the highest principles that she knew how. She was there not on her own, she was standing on our shoulders. And this is a system that belongs to us. It is not outside of us. In fact, nothing is outside of us. So, the same way that we, for instance, as Jamaicans, talk about our athletes, our great athletes, our Mr. Bolts and our Veronicas and our Shellyans and Elaine's and all our great athletes. We never stop to talk about our criminals, and they were raised in our homes. We raise them. So we have to own all of ourselves. We have to own the parts of ourselves that we consider strong and shiny and excellent and brilliant. And we have to own the part of ourselves that we consider murderous and wicked and dreadful. And from that perspective, if we have a system that is a justice system, instead of seeing it out there, see it as our justice system that we can change and modify and dismantle and come with something else if we so desire. And it is all part and parcel of not looking outside of ourselves for the answers that we need.
Saying that we must seek the change within ourselves because
Yes.
what exists now
Yes.
is not something that is working effectively
For
or efficiently for us
Yes.
all.
So it's our results that we not happy with. And it's our country that we want better
Okay.
for. Our communities, our families, our personal life.
I just want to know if I'm coming through to you clearly enough,
I'm not
you know,
hearing you
because
some
I'm
of the
getting some
times.
delay. So I just want
Yes,
to
I'm
know
not hearing
because,
you some of the times, but
well, I want you to hear me. Yes.
there's a little bit of delay, but I am picking up. I'm picking up.
Okay. Yes. And I want to hear from the people out there, you know,
Yes.
because we are not just here a discussion by ourselves, communicating with other people. So, you know, because this is the community, and when we come here, we come to educate, we come to teach, we come to impart that what we are expressing can make our community better, make the country better, and make the world by extension a better place. So I am asking the people to tune in now, and those who tune in, if you so desire, send in a voice note or call in on 478-9144. That is 86-478-9144, 876-317-1999, and that is on WhatsApp. 876-317-1991. That's WhatsApp. So you can tune in, and come in and send in a voice note. We're talking to
That will be wonderful.
Simone Maddox, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to second a different attitude to the external system. Of course,
Yes. So we are at number 2. And we're saying again, using what we have. We have our mind, We have our senses. Some of us don't have all of them, sight and taste and hearing and touch and all of that. But we have the higher faculties of our mind, our mental muscles, the ability to reason, like how you and I are here reasoning. We are using mental faculties. Those faculties were separated from other forms of creation, right? Our ability to perceive, to look at things in different ways, our focus. That is a very powerful one. Because we know that what we focus on, we get a lot more of that. And our intuition, some people call that Holy Spirit, some people call that gut feeling, sixth sense, all sorts of names, but it's still that guide, that inner guide that we all have access to. And our powerful imagination, where we can see visions for what we want in our lives. And bring that, we talk about innovation now, that I suppose is a modern term, but it's still imagination. And we have our memory to help us to have a reference point, where we're coming from, where we want to go, and the things that we need to know now and memorize to give us that traction and that energy, that momentum to move forward. So we have all of those things. And if we use our powers of perception, for instance, we can start looking on the justice system in a different way, rather than see it as just the oppressive structure out there. And so when we are raising our families, our children, we can sit down and we can say, did I raise an oppressor today? Did I raise a victim? Did I raise a criminal today? Did I raise someone of excellence and greatness? What was my contribution to the bigger picture today? And we see the same kind of questioning we can apply to what is going on out there, as we call it, because it is not any different. So I don't want to necessarily label anyone, but a group of motorists had an issue the other day, and still have an issue. Maybe them can sit down and look at where they are, what role them have to play in the dilemma, and what role they see others have to play, rather than just say, what a wickedness, how things stay, so how may I go manage. So it's really an appeal or a challenge or an invitation to perceive things in a way that is helpful to bring solutions rather than we just lament and protest and block road and withdraw our services. Because all of that has its place, and I've often said anger has its place. But if we're going to use all our energy to be angry all the time, we will find that we don't have what we need to move forward. So anger feel better than powerlessness, but we want to move up the ladder. And our higher faculties, with mind, power, is the biggest ticket we have. It's the biggest thing
Yes,
we have.
you said, yeah, the mind power. But this is something I observe over a period of time, right? Pertaining to creative mind, people who are innovators are inventors. And most time the inventors, aren't a part of the infra. The inventors may be seeing something totally different from how the infrastructure is operating, and the inventor wants change. The inventor is a revolutionary. And the inventor is a revolutionary. That apparatus, that system that is in place, become an impediment for the creators, the inventors. I'm reading from a book. I have a book called The Pedagogy of Oppressed by Paulo Freire, right? And I'm going to go to something and talk about education.
Yes.
Education thus becomes an act of depositing in which the student and the teacher deposit the teacher uni.
I'm not hearing you so clearly.
Because it actually receives and repeat.
Can you repeat
Right?
that for me? I didn't hear you clearly just now.
What I gather from that, most of us who are a part of this system and behave a particular way, we behave that way because we never get the opportunity to really become thinkers. Because from a primary level, somebody is depositing knowledge in our head. Somebody see us, meaning from teachers up to coming down. And if you just talk about the history of slavery, the people who control the infrastructure, the elite who decide how they seem to have an anomaly and knowledge. And those other people are some non-human, and you must follow line. And if you don't follow this line, you are a miscreant, or you are a deviant, or you become criminal. So even the term criminal, we have to dissect it in a way. Am I raising a criminal? Maybe Paul Bogle, mother, when he raised him, maybe say, I am raising a criminal or a liberator. As Paul Bogle become a criminal, even today, Paul Bogle is still on the books as a criminal based upon the infrastructure. Marcus Garvey is criminal, yet he's a national hero here. You know what I mean? So I want you to express a little on those topics that I point out, or those things point out there. Or some of us, who would like to do something different from us operating. They were seeking a better way. But system of itself, is gaining power from how we are not empowered. Because if we are empowered, then this is survive the upliftment of the oppressed, because the oppressive system operate effectively when them have some people under oppression.
I want to say, as much as I say it to myself, and I will say it to others, that all are we on this earth plane still. We get the same hours in the day, and we have a degree of choice about what we take in and what we don't take in. Now you might say, not so, because the youngsters have to go to school and them have to study what them set out for them, or them now go get to do exam and fit in the system and get job in the system and so on. But whatever else is coming at you, you're not learning only at school. And there has never been a time greater than now to learn and explore ideas of one's choosing. There has never been a time greater than now to meet with like minded people and to be part of communities that feed your soul. Being part of engagement and interaction and reasoning that ring true. It might be things you might discuss in things you never discuss yet. You might be hearing about principles you never hear of yet. But you are still guided to make choices as to what is right for you and not right for you. So you have your different communities. Some people, they might be in a men's group or a women's group or church or community activities, or they may be online, or they may have a hobby, or whatever it is. Now, more than ever, we have those chances to tune in and to study and to go deeper into things that really interest us and feed us and build us, because nobody can do nothing great alone, even when them self-made and so on. Nobody really achieve anything remarkable by themselves. So we need community.
Yes, Simone. Yes, Simone. Um, we're going to go to a piece of music, maybe from Eddie Fitzroy, and what we are going to do, maybe me like look on you still, because you look so nice on the thing, but I can't. I believe people complaining that the quality of the sound is not that nice. So
So
if it
go
means
ahead.
that we are going to talk to you via the phone, that we can have better clarity.
All right. All
So
right.
we'll ask the people to go www.fitfmja.com. Yeah, just tune into fitfmja.com. You know, what I mean? Love you for hear what we are talking about, this new kind of justice. And we don't want this discourse or this discussion, just go to waste. We
Not
want
at
you to
all.
have some
Not at
knowledge of
all.
what we are sharing and we participate in it as well. So, it is you more than us. All
Yes.
right. We
All
take a
right.
break and come forward.
All right. In a bit.